Hi there, my name is Alicia. I am a therapeutic art instructor for Culture for One. So today I wanted to make a sculpture of an animal that I feel like we can identify with. What does that mean? So animals have certain characteristics that I think as humans we can relate to. And I wanted to spend some time thinking about what is an animal that you think would be a good symbol for yourself or has some certain characteristics that you think would represent you. So for an example, I am going to make a fish. I feel like I love the water, I love the ocean. I think fish are very happy and bright, and they use a lot of they come in a lot of bright colors. I know in some cultures, fish represent creativity, and I think that I'm creative. So what we need is Model Magic, markers, and I'm using a piece of paper just to lean on. Okay, so the Model Magic is all white. Let's see if I can. Okay. It's this white piece of clay. You might have, your packets might be a little bit bigger than mine, so you could split them in half. Okay, so I'm gonna use a little piece like this. So Model Magic is really cool because it's clay, but it is self-hardening, meaning that once you stop molding it, something happens, like the chemicals in the clay mix with the air and it starts to harden on its own. So you can play around with it, but when you're done, it will stay the way that you've molded it. Okay, so all of the clay is white, and we can change the color by using a marker. We're just gonna color on the clay and then mold it around. You can roll it on the paper. Kind of takes a lot to turn the color. So you can either do this or you can mold it and add color after you've molded it. I kind of like to do both. Okay. So I feel like this is kind of the size I want the body of my fish to be. The other thing with Model Magic is that it's sometimes hard to add a piece on. It might be easier to start with a big piece, so I just added a little piece. Start with a bigger piece. Then I'm going to pinch a little bit out for my tail. Okay, so then it didn't color as well as I wanted it to, so I'm going to add a little more orange. Okay. So I'm going to give him little eyes. Smile. I don't know if fish have smiles, but that's kind of what I want him to look like, or her to look like, so that's how I'm gonna make it. My little fish face, my little fish body. I think I'm gonna add a fin. And I'm doing this pretty quickly just to give you an example. You guys can spend as much time on this as you need. Okay, so here is my clay fish, and I'm going to leave it to dry and harden, and I'll just fall over. Okay, and that is it. So once you're done, you're just gonna leave it. Maybe if you did use a piece of paper, you can write your name on the paper so you don't forget whose is whose, and just leave it for maybe like 20 minutes and it'll harden, and then you'll have a little sculpture. Okay, thank you guys. I hope you enjoy this project.